talking about
Affirmation.
Yes. You want to start with the
Affirmation. Yes. So this week, we gotta do our little intro.
Let's do an intro.
Okay. So what's our intro gonna be now?
I don't know. What's up, y'all? Tam and Riz. Yes, indeed. Out here enjoying this beautiful Georgia weather. Cannot be any more grateful. We took a hike around the trail with the dogs, and we decided to sit down and record this video. And so the video itself is based on a particular affirmation. And what is that affirmation?
The affirmation is, well, first of all, I have been working with affirmations a lot lately, like within the past few days for sure. Like, I've known about affirmations for a while. I've worked with them on and off here and there, just like practicing saying affirmations and just kind of, planting those seeds in my spirit. I've been working on creating affirmations that really resonate with me, and not only that resonate with me, but give me more flexibility to like be myself, if that makes sense. Like, so I thought about this affirmation for sure, and this affirmation stemmed from, well, like the basis of it is perfection. I knowing that I am perfect just the way that I am, because I hate, and I say that very loosely, but I hate the notion, I hate people saying, I'm not perfect, nobody's perfect, like, because I feel like that's an excuse. Like, that's an excuse for people to fuck up. That's an excuse to not hold yourself accountable, and to not be intentional, because I feel like being intentional is perfection. If you are intentionally making choices to the best of your ability, to the best of your knowledge, that is perfection. Not saying, as you learn more, as you grow more, you're gonna get better. As I learn more, as I grow more, I'm gonna get better, and that's a part of this affirmation, which you're gonna see when I tell you what the affirmation is. But like, embrace your perfection. The world is making money off of people thinking that they are not perfect. You think that
something outside of themselves to make them perfect?
To make them perfect. And it's like they plant that seed so much and so deep within us to feel like we're not perfect, and then it's like they come at you with a solution. You're not perfect, but I can sell you this, but I can give you this, but you can get this and you can be close to it, but you can drive this and you can be close to it, but you can get a big enough house and you can be close to perfect.
Pretty much monetizing, giving you solutions to problems that you don't really have.
You don't even have. It's not a problem. You already perfect. Exactly. Yeah. So this affirmation was, like something that I presented this week on my Instagram. Started off in meditation, and it's something that I meditated on yesterday for sure. And the affirmation is, I am intentional about always doing my best, to the best of my mental and physical ability, and to the best of my emotional and energetic capacity. I am aware that my best might look different from day to day, but that awareness is what makes me perfect. That is what is perfect. Just having that awareness that I'm always doing my best in every conversation, in every situation, so that awareness makes me perfect. yeah, like it'll be different if you're not always doing your best. If you being trifling because that's just what you want to do. And
if that's your intent.
If that's your intent to be trifling, if that's your intent to like fuck over people, if that's your intent to be shiesty, then that might be perfect to you. Maybe that's what perfect is to you. Shiesty. Who shiesty? Like, I don't know who want to be I don't know who wants to be shiesty and trifling. Like, who strives for that? But baby, I strive for God. Like, God is my being. I want to, like, they got a quote Einstein say, I want to know the thoughts of God. The rest are details. And that's me. Like, that's me. Like, I want to be that because God is the ultimate creator, you know, and I'm a creator too. And because having that connection with God is what is going to fuel my creations and my ideas and my, you know, my shit that I put out into the world. So yes, know that you are perfect. Know that you are perfect. And I feel like too, I don't want to get too deep into it because I feel like I'm just talking a lot. I'm taking over. I'm just in the flow. I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it. But
yeah, I definitely like the fact that you brought up that whole connection to God or the universe or the source.
Yes.
Really, you know,
whatever you refer to it
whatever
as.
you refer to it as. But like
it's
you said,
all the same.
we're made in the image of that. You know, according to the Bible.
Perfection.
And, you know, right, which is perfection. And so that just kind of makes me think of, like, you know, the whole idea of us being creators, just like, you know, our source created us. We should be creating our realities day to day. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about affluence, we talk about alchemy, and you know, just that whole thing. That kind of ties into that. And so, like you said, when they have these outside influences that are convincing you that you don't have that power, you don't have that, you're not quite there yet. But we know how to get you there, and it's just like that shit's false.
They don't know you better than you.
They don't know. Nobody knows you better than you. And that's why I believe it's so important to get to know yourself. Like, that should be your ultimate goal before you try to get that perfect career, before you try to get that fantastic relationship that you see on social media or TV or whatever the hell. Like, who are you?
Know yourself.
Who are you?
So you can know what you need,
you want,
what you require, or what you want. Like, if you know yourself, then you can fill in those blanks easily. But it takes time. It takes trial and error. It takes going through different relationships to see that don't work.
Yeah.
That don't work for me.
What is
That's
your
not
capacity?
you know.
What's your tolerance? And like you say, what works, what doesn't? What do you genuinely like? And what do you deserve? Like, you can't know what to expect from someone or how someone should be treating you if you don't even know your own worth. If you don't know your worth, they're not about to pull it out of their ass and, you know,
present it to you.
Yeah, here it is. Unless you're fortunate enough to find that person that may bring it out of you. But that's, you
not
know,
always
that's
the
not,
case.
yeah, that's not always a given. That's not, you know, it's not promised. So,
and I'm glad you said that because, like, I know for me, in my last relationship, like, I went through some shit. I went through some shit. I put up with some shit. I put him through some shit. Like, to be honest, because I didn't know myself. And I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know what I deserved. You know, I was like, I had so much bullshit in my head, in my ear. Now, I'm not saying like in my ear, like what my friends telling me, what my family telling me, like that type of stuff, but just bullshit accumulated over time from social media posts saying what a relationship should look like, what you should want, what you should be looking for, what you know, like just so much shit in my mind, in my ear that I really didn't know. I was just going along, you know, and it's like it wasn't until I got to a point that I realized for myself that, like, deep down, I deserve better than this. I deserve so much better than this. And it wasn't that he was a horrible person. Like, I still love him. I still got love for him because he showed me so much love and so much grace for the first time. You know, for the first time in a relationship for me, he showed me so much love. So I appreciate that and I admire that about him. But I still knew deep down I deserved so much more than somebody that's gonna lie to me, somebody that's gonna cheat on me, somebody, like, I deserve more than that. And it's like, at that time, like I said, because I didn't really know myself like that, and I didn't really know, what I wanted or what I required or what I expected. I didn't really think that deep into it, because I didn't, like, I put up with a lot of stuff for a long time. Now, I don't regret any of it, because I did exactly what I wanted to do. I was with him until I came to that realization that I deserve better than this. And that was hard as shit to do. It was hard. It was very hard to leave somebody that I was in love with, to leave somebody that I had so much love for, because I'm getting to a point where I'm recognizing my worth. Like, that's very hard to do. And after, like, I'll say a full year of crying every single day, like just being mad, being hurt, feeling played, because he moved on very fast. Like, he was over it. He had moved on, and I felt played. Like, even though I left the relationship, like, I felt played. And it got to a point, like, after all of that sulking and all that, where I asked myself, like, I remember telling myself, like, forget that. Like, I should have what I want. Like, I should be with who I want to be with, and I want to be with him, so I should be able to be with who I want to be with. And then after I said that, like, I checked myself, and I was like, but do I really want to be with somebody that lies to me, that cheats on me, that, like, do I really want that? And that is what started me, like, going, because it's like, no, that's not what I really want. I was just so afraid, or not, I didn't want to be by myself. I didn't want to be alone. And it's like, but do you really want to accept that versus just being alone? And it's like, I wasn't willing to. But I got to a point where I wasn't willing to settle anymore. For a long time, I did settle. For a long time, I did settle. And it wasn't like settling like I was fighting myself. It was settling because that's where I was mentally, emotionally, like I was okay with it, because that's what I wanted at the time. And it's like, you can't beat yourself up about who you with, what you tolerating, what you putting up with. Like, if that's what you want to do, do what you want to do. Like, can't nobody make you feel dumb, stupid, slow about being in love with who you in love with. Love, put your heart out there. Like, give yourself completely. And I promise you, when you feel differently about yourself and you start to realize, like, what you're really worth and what you really deserve, very naturally, what you want in a person and in a relationship is gonna change. Yeah. And you're just not gonna put up with the same shit anymore.
And you're gonna start manifesting those things.
Yes. So, but going to the affirmation, like, always doing your best. Always doing your best. My best might look different from day to day. What my best was then, clearly my best is so much better now. Clearly, my best is so much better now. I'm a better me, and I'm attracting better, just not, I don't want to say, like, one is better than the other, but, like, when you start to get into relationships that align more with your values and with your morals and with what you want, that don't make somebody else a good person or a bad person. You're just not in alignment with me anymore. I'm not the same person anymore. So you don't fit me anymore. You fit me for where I was, but I ain't that no more. You don't do it for me no more, type thing. So
yeah. Knowing what your values and morals and what you want, you gotta know yourself. You gotta invest that time and energy into really knowing that before you can get into all of that extra stuff.
Yes.
But yeah, I know that that's something that people probably struggle with daily. Just kind of, we were talking about, what was it, last night or whenever, when I was saying how outside of like, you know, the physical things that you feel when your menstrual cycle is starting and stuff, like I can start to sense how my mood changed. And so once I start to just feel tired, just for like just completely exhausted, and then like maybe the next day or later, like I realize my cycle starts, like okay, I get that. And it's like that awareness is extremely important, because what if I just ignored that and just pushed and be like, okay, I don't need to be tired, or I don't, you know, I'm just gonna pretend like I'm not tired, and now everything else after that is just kind of falling apart or spilling over into the next, and before you know, I'm just toe up. Versus just understanding that, hey, if 30% is the most I can give today, then that is what it is.
That's my best.
That's my best today.
That's my best.
That's gonna have to be my best today. And just, you know, hope that you're either in a relationship where someone can understand it and give you grace, or in an environment, home environment, work environment, school environment, life environment, where people can receive that and give grace. But it starts with yourself. You know, when you walk up on somebody and they just have a stanky disposition, or they come at you sideways or whatever, maybe they just not at, maybe they at 30% today. This might be a 25-30% day for them, and I'm not gonna take it personally. I'm not gonna internalize it.
Emotional intelligence.
Exactly.
Having emotional intelligence. Just because they in a fucked up mood, they in a fucked up way, you don't have to let that bring you to that level. If you having a great day, keep having a great day. Like, you don't have to let them ruin your day. Like, other people don't have the ability to ruin your day. I feel like it's a quote that says that we disturb the peace. The peace is always there. Like, the peace is always there. And I know, like, they talk about that in this book I read on meditation. Like, at the surface, the water is turbulent. Like, it's waving, you know, like it's waves, it's buku, just turbulence and motion and just shit going on. But at the bottom of the ocean is still. Like, nothing can disturb our peace. We disturb the peace by engaging in the bullshit
and allowing these other influences to have that impact. Like we always say, you know, scrolling through social media, we just kind of feel like, oh, I'm not doing nothing, I'm just passing time. But you're absorbing all of the funny stuff, the silly stuff, the sad stuff, the happy stuff, the whatever, the just straight up bullshit stuff, the helpful stuff, the educational posts. And it's like,
you're not screening what's coming in and what's like what I'm not taking in. I see this, but I'm not taking it in. You see it, you're taking it in.
And so before you know it, you're upset about the argument that Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez had at the Grammys last night. And 5 minutes before that, you didn't give a damn about it. But now all of a sudden you do. Now you're worried about Kanye's new wife and the little balloon that China was flying over Wyoming. And it's just like 10 minutes ago that had no impact on your life, but now it does, just because
you took it in.
And like I said, if you don't understand what, you don't have that barrier there, or you guard your energy, you just gonna be soaking it in all the time, versus saying, you know what, this ain't for me right now. I'm solid. I don't need this. I'm not sad. And I don't genuinely have a reason to be sad in my life. So yeah, that's how you stay on track. Stay doing your best. That is how you align with your perfection. Stop allowing other people's this and that's and ebbs and flows to spill over into your life, because it don't have to.
It don't.
It's not important.
It's not. It's not.
It's not important. If it's not happening,
don't let other people tell you what's important to you, because you don't care. You really don't care. You do not care.
Stop acting like you care that much.
Stop. I be having to tell myself sometimes, like, to not get so wrapped up in what other people are telling me about their own life. I love my friends. I love my family. But it's like, I care about the person, you know, and I care about your well-being. I have your best interest at heart. But for my personal body. You remember that saying? That's on your body. That's on your body.
On your body.
I can't put that shit on my body. That's not
Right.
on my body.
That is a very profound
That's not on my
saying.
body.
That's not on my body. That's on your body, and that has there's so much weight to it. There's so much value to that because it's so true. That's on
your
you.
body.
That's
on
on
your body.
you. I'm not going to carry something that's not mine. That's
Right.
not mine to carry. That's not
Right.
mine to carry
Right.
at all. Yes, that should be the name of this video.
That's on your
It's
body.
not-
Oh, I thought this was about to say that's on your body.
It could be. Have some little subtitles. But yeah, y'all, do your best, whatever that looks like in that moment, in that day. You know, like really be mindful of where you at, and don't let other outward influences tell you what's important to you. You know, tell you what you care about, tell you how you're feeling. It starts with you.
Yes.
It starts with you.
Yes, yes.
You are the prize, and you're perfect.
And I know, like, I was talking about yesterday, like, even, like, when my cycle on, my best is being on the sofa for, like, 2 days, not doing nothing. Like, trying not to curse Tam
Especially
out.
at the beginning. Yeah.
Like, that's
The
my
snap.
best. Not
Yeah.
to snap, not to be all over the place, not to let my mind get the best of me. That's why I gotta, like, I have to be really intentional about who I answer the phone for, what kind of conversations I'm having, what kind of, what kind of content I'm watching. Like, I might need to stay off social media for a couple of days. I might just recognizing what you need every day, because every day we need different things. Some days it might be okay to you might find entertainment, and just let shit roll off you. It's not sticking to you on social media. But
Some days
sometimes
might
when
be
you
more
feel
sensitive.
a certain way, you
Yeah.
might be more sensitive to information. You might be more sensitive to certain conversations.
To people's emotions.
Yes.
And feelings and moods when they're around you.
You might not feel like that's on their body. You might put it on your
You
body.
might carry all, yeah.
You might rub
take
it
all this,
in.
like lotion and shampoo.
Moisturize with it. Like, no.
Don't moisturize with other people's products. It is not FDA approved at all.
Yes.
But yes, baby.
Yes. But to repeat the affirmation again, I am intentional about always doing my best to the best of my mental and physical ability, and to the best of my emotional and energetic capacity. I am aware that my best might look different from day to day, but that's perfection for me. Like, at the end of the day, that's what perfection is. Being intentional about doing your best, knowing yourself enough to know what your best is for that day. Not beating yourself up because your best today don't look like your best yesterday. Your best today don't look like your best last month. Your best this season don't look like your best last season or last year. Like, knowing yourself enough to know when to give yourself grace. Look, this is the best I can do today, and I'm okay with it. And then in relationships too, like you said, giving your partner that grace. First of all, paying attention to your partner. Paying attention to your partner. Not just thinking about yourself, and thinking about what you want from them, how they need to show up for you to feel. Because the other day when you told me that, like, your cycle, was starting and stuff, it was like I told you, like, it was like I won't say a mind-blowing moment, but it was a light bulb moment for me. Like, damn, I know how I feel with my cycle on. Like, I feel irritable, I feel tired, I feel, so it's like, it was just a moment for me to, like, step back and give you grace and give you space to feel how you were feeling. And babe, what you need from me? What can I do for you? Because your best ain't what I'm used to your best being doing. Because your best is usually 100 most of the time. Like, most of the time you wake up on go, and that shit annoys me. That annoys me 90% of the time, because I want to ease into the day. I want to take my time. You wake up on go.
Me easing into the day goes like, whoop.
Yes, immediately just into shit, doing
down the
shit.
stairs.
Wanna work, let's work out.
Feed
Let's
the dogs.
Yes, and I'm just
Play
like,
video games.
it's morning. Take your time. Like, I want to meditate.
I take my time when I'm dead.
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
Like,
I don't feel that way. I like to rest. I try my best
to sit
rest.
your ass down. Yeah. But
I don't sit my ass down enough.
not for
her
me.
though.
Mm-mm. I want you to sit down all the time.
Right here.
Bring the booty here. Now. Just sit. Don't move. Just be still. But I love your energy too, because that's the one thing that's different about us. But I feel like for me, that energy is also motivating and it's uplifting, because I can be, just in my depressive mood sometime. I can be, just having an episode, just really down, and that energy is uplifting for me sometimes. When it's not annoying, it can be uplifting, depending on how I look at it. Depending on how I look at it and what I need or what space I'm in, yeah.
You gotta let me know when it's not uplifting.
Yeah. I know. Paying attention to your partner to know what their best is and when their best, because I know, like, as women, being that we're both women, we can track our moods and energy levels throughout the month, because we have a cycle. So in our period, that's the rest period, that's the rest phase. Low, your energy is low. You don't really want to do a whole lot. You don't really have an energy to do a whole lot. So. And after, like right when my cycle going off, I'm twerking up a fucking storm. I'm shaking my ass
Twerking,
everywhere.
making breakfast, brushing your teeth. You probably twerk down the stairs.
Because that's what the energy be at. Like, after having so much pain here and here,
maybe you should
it just
start
be
twerking
wanting to
before.
move. It just be wanting. Oh,
maybe you should start twerking before you cycle and see if that helps your cramps.
That might help.
Loosen it up.
Yeah. That might help. I'm gonna try that. Yeah. But I know afterwards, so like I said, us being women, it's easier to track our moods and energy levels. Yeah. But even, for men, pay attention to your if that's somebody you love and that's somebody that you want to be with, spend the rest of your life with, you spending so much time with, pay attention to them outside of what they can do for you, but pay attention to them to know what they need and they require, and when their best is 30%, so you can give them grace, the same grace that you want them to give you. They don't be so wrapped up in yourself and what you need. Like, if you so focused on, I need this from you, I need this from you, I need you to be this, I need you to be that. First of all, if you gotta say that too many times, you're probably with the wrong person. Either they not hearing you, they don't want to hear you, or you communicating in a way that they don't understand. So maybe it's communication, or maybe you just with the wrong person. Like, it shouldn't be that hard. Either you not listening or they not listening. Somebody ain't listening, or somebody ain't paying attention. And if you gotta keep on saying certain things, what aren't you paying attention to? And maybe you don't see that that's just how that person is. And if that's just how that person is, and it's not a way that you clearly approve of, then maybe it's time to just move on. Maybe that's not the person for you. Like, period.
But thank y'all for tuning in to the broadcast.
Yes.
Go out there, be perfect, be your perfect self. Find a match that matches your energy. That's gonna give you that balance. Whether that's in your relationship, your personal relationship, make a goal to create that balance with your family, where you work, that just your life. Create that everywhere you go. That's the challenge. Create perfection everywhere you go. Manifest that shit.
Do your best.
Yes. But like this video, share this video, subscribe.
Comment. Do you really believe that you are perfect? You should. If you don't, do it. Do it. Because you are. You perfect. You perfect. Don't let nobody tell you that you're not. Don't let yourself tell you that you're not. You are. If you're doing your best, that's enough. That's perfect. That's perfect.
You're enough.
That's perfect. That's all you need. Yes. Love you.
Peace out, y'all.